Welcome to 31 days of GamerThumbTV. So with this video, I want to give you a quick little introduction and welcome you to what I hope is going to be an annual thing on this channel where I just go crazy on Halloween. And I want to show you guys Universal's Halloween Horror Nights that I've been going to for like 3 weeks now. And a lot of cool shit that I got there. If for some reason you're not watching this channel regularly, you know who you are. And you have no idea what's going on, what this 31 days of GamerThumbTV is. Every single day on this channel, almost every single day in October, you can expect to see something new. I've been working on this since pretty much last year. The crazy thing about getting so many videos ready for viewing is that I have to start mega early because I can't just do all of this at once right before October because there's other videos I have to keep up with. Everything is going to be something Halloween related. Monsters, ghosts, ghouls, and goblins. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the bell down there, turn on notifications, and make sure you check the channel every single day. Because every morning I'm going to get up at the ass crack of dawn and make a video public. It's going to be either a stream upload, a timeline video, a game or movie retrospective, maybe a top 10. You're just going to have to check the channel daily. Real quick note about streams too. Mondays, Fridays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time as always. Except this month, every single Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll be streaming the Friday the 13th game on the PlayStation 4. If you guys would like to jump online and play, you're more than welcome to jump online and play during stream. PS4 version, Saturdays 8 p.m. Eastern. Every year around this time frame, you could probably find me at Universal Studios Orlando and join the Halloween Horror Nights event, which it's crazy. I've been going since 14, and now we're on Halloween Horror Nights 29. So I've been going for freaking ever, and I always get a fear pass, which lets me go throughout the whole event. For those unfamiliar with Halloween Horror Nights, it's your typical Halloween event. Well, actually not typical. It's really well produced, and really high budgets are put towards it.
Of course.
You've got scare zones you walk through where actors in makeup try to scare you and run up to you. You've got haunted houses you can walk through that are more claustrophobic, small spaces. It's great. And this year they went all out. The whole theme of this year is like an 80s retro theme, which is popular now because of things like Stranger Things, and even American Horror Story jumped in on it with American Horror Story 1984, which is just a slasher movie in show form. The houses they have this year, they had a Stranger Things house, which the line's always insanely freaking long. I wish I could show you guys footage for the houses, but you can't. You're not allowed to film in there. It sucks, and I've been trying for years to get into the media event, and it just always gets packed mega early. Stranger Things was really cool, though. You go through season 2 and 3, and at the end, it's like a replica of the Starcourt Mall with the giant mind flayer. There's a house based on Jordan Peele's Us. People have got mixed feelings on the movie. The house was awesome. You're walking through the living room, you're walking through the area with the bunnies and the cages. It looked just like the movie. It was freaky. Universal Monsters is a classic. I've been waiting for this one forever. Universal needs to give these guys more love. You've got Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, and a bunch of others. Ghostbusters is my favorite house by far. It wasn't really scary, but it's a ton of fun. You're basically walking through the movie, starting with the library, going all the way through the Marshmallow Man, and then at the end everything smells like marshmallows. Killer Clowns from Outer Space was a scare zone this year. This year they've got a house. I've got a review coming up for that too this month, so stay tuned for that. House of a Thousand Corpses, I was kind of confused why we had a house for that this year. And I realize it's because he came out with a third movie in that series. This house is really twisted. I mean, of course it's Rob Zombie. Anything Rob Zombie's really twisted and crazy. If you've seen the movie, imagine walking through it. And then with Universal tradition, there's always original haunted houses. There's Depths of Fear, which was kind of like a cross between Creature from the Black Lagoon and Alien. You're like in a weird underwater base, and there's people in these crazy alien fish costume things. They look like the mermen from Castlevania, but blue. There's Graveyard Games. I thought this one kind of sucked. It was just a generic haunted graveyard. Nothing much to say. Disney's Haunted Mansion on steroids. Nightingale's Blood Pit. You could barely see anything walking through here, but it was pretty scary. It's like a Roman Colosseum, and there's like some bird, vulture, monster people yelling at you. I didn't know what the hell was going on. And then Yeti, Terror of the Yukon. It was cold as hell in there. There's a person in a big Yeti costume that comes out and screams in your face. It was pretty cool. Ghostbusters is my favorite house, though. And the scare zones this year were just alright. A lot of it's just like a really small section that you just kind of walk through. The look and feel of the whole 80s inspired, like, retro feel is really apparent in the Anarcade scare zone. The way they describe it is a sinister 80s inspired arcade has taken over the Avenue of the Stars, and you only get one life. Once you scream, it's game over. I'm reading this right from their website, by the way. I didn't create this dramatic synopsis. It looks really cool. You got like all these fake arcades on the sides that say Halloween Horror Nights, and there's these chicks walking around looking all, I don't know, Tron-like. None of it's scary at all, but it's just really cool looking. Vanity Ball was one of my favorite ones. Here's the story for this one. Your flesh is the canvas in Hollywood, and these blade-wielding artists can't wait to take a scalpel to you. All the imagery looks like what you would see in like a 90s hairspray bottle or 90s barbershop. And the premise is like a hospital that messes up people's faces. They look all deformed and ugly. And there's like a weird drag show too. It's all very bizarre, but it was really cool. Vikings Undead was another scare zone. Brutal, horn-helmeted warriors have risen from the grave and laid siege to Central Park. Bloodlust never dies. You're walking around and there's Vikings doing sacrificial things. This one was alright. I never really care for the scare zone in these areas because it's so foggy, and when it gets dark, it's hard to see anything. As you can probably see from this footage, it just all looks very dark. So it's kind of hard to enjoy it. Zombieland double tap, clearly to promote the new Zombieland movie. Check the back seat, beware of bathrooms. You've got to obey every rule if you don't want to end up as meat in Zombieland. This is located right in front of the Mummy ride. It's just a long street. There's some theme park looking props and there's zombies. And what's funny about this scare zone though is that sometimes you'll just be walking around minding your own business or looking for a bathroom because you got to pee really bad. And it's hard to tell the zombies from just regular people, and they'll blend in and scare the crap out of you randomly. That's always fun.
Like that, don't you? Damn, there's more! Little Rock, where are you? Little Rock!
He's dead. He's really dead. Oh no.
And the last scare zone that I haven't talked about is Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe. Step into the heavy metal horror of Rob Zombie as his pulse-pounding music comes to life in a frenzy of raging madness. It's just a bunch of Rob Zombie-ness. A bunch of his music playing, like Super Beast. A bunch of Rob Zombie-looking characters and people and strippers that aren't really strippers, just kind of dancing up there. Now let's move on to the goodies. E3 has gotten me into buying lanyards and filling them up with pins. I don't know why, I think it's the collector in me. I love getting these things. Check out this lanyard. It's a Ghostbusters one. Look at that. It's so cool. They had other ones too, but I mean, this is the best one by far. This thing kicks ass. And every time I go, I try to buy a pin. I'm not going to buy all of them because I would go broke. I mean, they charge like $15 for a pin. It's outrageous. I get an annual pass discount, but it's like 10%. So I'm trying to limit myself. But check these pins out that I have so far. That Shorty there from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. He's the little clown that punches the dude's head off. There's a Ghostbusters pin that's got the little dangling logo there. It says Halloween Horror Nights on it. That one rocks. I actually got this one on Sunday. It's like a little collage of all the different Universal monsters. You've got Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Creature from Black Lagoon, and all of them in there. Actually, you know what? This one might be my favorite. I just love the color scheme. This one says, "It's a monster, Frankenstein." Which technically, this is not Frankenstein, it's Frankenstein's monster, but it looks like even Universal's adapted his name onto the monster. I always buy a couple of shirts when I go there, but I had to have this one like right away. Look at this thing. Any Ghostbusters merchandise, I buy it. Why am I not wearing this for the review? Ghostbusters! Damn, I love that shirt. Every year they always have these light up cups too, that are different design every single year. So right now I have 3 out of the 4 total. And it's got 2 light up features. You could have it flashing, or have it solid, which that's what I prefer. I don't drink out of these anyway. I just collect them, so you guys will probably see them on the shelf somewhere. Here's the Ghostbusters one. It's actually the same design as on this shirt, so it's probably better with the light off. Yeah, there you go. Cup number 2 is a red light for Universal Monsters. Wow, the light really doesn't look good on camera. I promise you it looks much better in person. The whole thing's lit up. But yeah, Universal Monsters. It's got like zombified versions of them. Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, and the Creature. And the one I got this last Sunday, Halloween Horror Nights Ultimate Edition. And it's got, this triangle looks just like my Button Smash logo. They stole my design. But yeah, there's that one. That one's like a pinkish purple. And there's also these old 80s style looking cups. Like the ones you would get like with a Burger King value meal or something, like when the Batman and Robin movie came out, I think it was. I had some Jurassic Park ones when I was a kid. These right here, check this out. These pissed me off, by the way. They were like $8 and they rose the price. They're like $15 now. So it's kind of a rip-off, but I really like the design. Once again, Ghostbusters is a major theme this year at Halloween Horror Nights, so there's a ton of Ghostbusters merchandise. There's actually a tribute store that you can go into that's got several rooms. The first one is pretty much all Ghostbusters merchandise. Universal Monsters. Once again, the usual suspects there. This is cool right here. This is a Frankenstein versus Wolfman. And if you go to Halloween Horror Nights in California, I'm in Florida, so I don't go there. But the one in California actually has a Frankenstein versus Wolfman house. So that's where that image is from right there. We just got the Universal Monsters one, which I actually prefer because it's got all of them. It's not just Frankenstein and Wolfman based. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I know a couple of you out there would appreciate this, the Killer Clowns merch, because there's really not a lot of Killer Clowns merchandise. And actually, I do have a viewer out there, Gamer Guy, if you're watching this. I know you like Killer Clowns a lot, so there's the merch you were asking me to show. I think my favorite thing I've gotten, though, are these. Before I show you guys this, I want to let you in on my kind of future plans that I want for the channel. Eventually, I want to save up enough money to turn my garage into a living area. And all this stuff in this room that I have for the channel, like the background stuff you see, I want to move that all into the garage. And I want to have like different sets, almost like my own little production studio. So for example, I'll have like one corner where I do my game reviews and everything in the background will be gaming related. And then I'll have another corner where I do movie reviews. Everything in the back will be movie related. So that is actually why I bought these. They're wooden and they glow in the dark. Check that out. You might have seen it in some of my videos in the background because I've already used it for a backdrop. But it's nice solid wood. Crazy expensive. This was $28, which is outrageous. I know I got ripped off. I'm well aware of it. Because you can go to Hobby Lobby and buy these for like $5 or $10 on clearance, but not these specific ones. These are Universal exclusive. I looked. So whenever I do fulfill my dream of having like a huge studio where I can have different sets, you'll see things like this in the background or movie posters. I think that'd be a lot of fun. You can't buy Frankenstein without getting the Bride of Frankenstein as well. This one, actually I don't know if this one's glow in the dark. I don't think this one had a glow in the dark sticker. I know the other one did, but I guess I'll find out one day. Made Me from the Dead, the Bride of Frankenstein. These are the two favorite things I've picked up so far this year. So October's just starting. I have another 4 weeks to go. I'm sure I'll have more merchandise, but that's all I have for now that I've bought, I believe. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you're all really excited about this upcoming Halloween stuff on my channel. There's so much more I wanted to do that it's just humanly impossible for me to do. But I did as much as I could, and I hope you guys are happy with it. Check the channel daily. There's going to be something for everyone on this channel all month long. So let's have some fun, turn on some scary movies, let's enjoy Halloween season, the greatest time of the year. Since you made it to the end of this video, I assume you enjoyed it, so why don't you go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any new content. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, links in the description below, and if you'd like to support the channel, you can join my Patreon or become a channel member. This is Fabian, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.